Playing the horses is always exciting, always thrilling. But there's really nothing as exciting and as thrilling as cashing in on a really big price. Basically, most of the crowd, most of the people, especially the less knowledgeable folks at the track, will usually go with the favorite. Again, which wins on average 33-35% of the time, depending on what track you're at. Even though they look at the tote board after a big price wins and say, geez, I wish I could have had that horse or that exact or that trifecta. So while they always long to get these bigger prices or imagine cashing in on these bigger prices, very few of them ever play horses that are capable of paying really big prices. And that's a great thing about having a systematic way to play, especially with long shots. We just came across, it's actually, as so many of these things are from many years ago, we just came across a long shot system, which really is the best we've ever seen. It's called the Mark III long shot system, published by a fellow named Bruce Markham. And what he did in this system, it was actually, there are three parts to it. There's a maiden, there's a regular, and a long shot, but we're focusing on the long shots now. It's a methodology that has a pattern, that spots a pattern, that is really one of the most amazing things we've seen as far as long shot prediction goes. We've seen things fairly similar to it, but nothing like exactly what this fellow found. And it really is, we can't explain it other than it has to be a setup for trainers, the way a trainer sets up a horse. Because so many of these horses at huge prices run big after they show this pattern. So it's unlikely, although it can certainly happen, that this pattern can simply occur naturally, but most likely it's a trainer setup pattern. It makes a lot of sense, and if a trainer fits his horse into this kind of pattern, it often runs big in its next race at a nice price. We show several examples here. One of them we'll talk about, it's in the examples, but in a big stakes race at Gulfstream, and his horse is 118-1 and misses by a head. Probably would have won, except the horse had a little bit of trouble in the lane. But the question is, why would a trainer put a 118-1 horse in a big stakes race? I mean, it seems like it'd be actually, absolutely crazy. Nobody thought the horse had a chance, but this software program actually picked this horse. This was a race here. He paid $80.80 to place. Again, he missed by a head, by a head at 118-1. So it just doesn't make sense that a trainer puts the horse at this price into a race, and then the horse runs really big. The trainer had to know something, and that's the whole premise of this program. This pattern that the author had discovered results in a lot of big payoffs, and not just win. Sometimes long shot systems will focus mostly on win. If they don't win, they don't do anything. Here we get a lot of places and show prices as well at really big prices. This, for example, right here, this first rule, a horse, again at Gulfstream Park, wins and pays $56.40. And actually, according to the program, he was a standout. He was the only qualifier. But he won wire to wire rather easily. And one thing we notice is a lot of these horses that run big, they may not have shown a lot of speed before, but then suddenly they're showing really good speed, and that's another indication that these horses have been set up. And again, we have a lot of examples where horses. It's one other thing. It's not all big price. This program obviously focuses on big prices. You also get plenty of horses in the actually $5 to $7 $18 range. You'll get a lot of prices there too. But the beauty of this program, and a real fun part, a real exciting part of it, is that you'll get a lot of really, really big prices. Here's a horse who had trouble, 16-1, should have won the race, had traffic trouble. as you can see here, lacked racing room in the stretch, and this horse would have won at 16-1. And so the program, again, it's more than just coincidence. It's not just some random pattern. This is something that really, really works. And we've done a lot of research on it. We could put so many more examples in here. But basically, now it's not like you get a play in every race. With some cards, we get no plays. Other plays, we see probably on average card, 3 to 4 plays. It is a spot play. It only will select a horse if it's 5-1 or more on the morning line. But the nice thing about it is you will see so many horses at huge prices, either winning or hitting the board. Horses you can use in your exactas and trifectas. But overall, you don't need a whole lot of these horses to win or place to do very well, to make money with this thing. Also, there's a wagering strategy included that's especially designed for long shot play. It would allow you to endure a long run out. And what we found, if you use this betting strategy, if you use this betting strategy as opposed to flat betting, using the betting strategy increased the over ROI by 16%. And the overall ROI we found was in the 45% range, 45% range. And again, as we said before, the average mutual, the average win mutual is 33.60, which is one of the highest what we've seen actually for long shot systems. We've got a lot of good long shot methods that don't win as often as this one, but with average prices usually in the $24 to $29 range. But this is one of the highest average win mutuals we have. And again, the horses often enough run second or third at great prices. And again, if you're an exotics player, you can really catch some monsters. So again, it's only $88, and it's well worth it. Believe me, just after you hit one $5 or $6 bet on one of these horses, you'll have your $88 back. So give us a call, 1-800-696-0067, or order on our website, and we'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much.